Hello and welcome to another episode of What's Inside. Today we're looking at another Imperial Assault Ally Pack. This one is Obi-Wan Kenobi, Jedi Knight. Now, as previously stated, my buddy Wyatt bought a whole bunch of Imperial Assault stuff, and he's letting me open them, so I really appreciate it, Wyatt. And I'm looking forward to playing this. This looks like a pretty cool game. So this time we've got Obi-Wan, like I said. So we're going to open this up and see what's inside. I'm going to use scissors, and as always remember, ask for permission from a responsible adult before using scissors. So, the packaging is really tough to open, but Fantasy Flight makes good stuff, so it's worth it most of the time. You gotta be real careful not to cut the cards, because they do tend to drift up toward the plastic when you're cutting. But Imperial Assault's a very detailed game, and this adds a lot to it. The side missions and extra bits like that are very handy and really add to the play value. And depending on the character, you can find these for between 9 and 15 bucks from what I've seen. Some of the characters are a little harder to find than others. There's our cards, and let's get the figure out. Let's get the cardboard insert off. And there we have Obi-Wan Kenobi. These molded plastic things make it difficult to get somebody with a lightsaber out, because you don't want to break it. Alright, there's Obi-Wan. It's a pretty cool looking miniature, actually. I'd be real nervous about breaking the lightsaber off. That's a little thin, in my opinion. It seems pretty sturdy, but it does have a little bit of give to it. So I'd be a little nervous about that, especially if you're going to put it in some kind of custom casing. So I would be a little careful about that. But otherwise, pretty cool looking. I do like that his lightsaber's out, because the picture has it down by his waist. I was a little afraid they were going to do that, but they didn't. They got him in the more classic sword out, ready to rock out kind of pose. So let's look at our side missions. I'll read the contents list here. We have 1 plastic figure, check. 1 rule sheet, 3 deployment cards, 3 command cards, 2 skirmish mission cards, 1 side mission card, 1 item card. So I do like that they list the contents on here, but I like to be able to visualize, so hence the series. Alright, so let's look at our sheet here. Our side mission sheet is pretty cool. Alright. So it's got everything in the container on here, plus various figure costs, neutral deployment, time period, deployment structure, that sort of thing. Everything you need to know. Anchor head bar. On the back we've got deadly transmission is the side mission. These look really fun. So I'm kind of excited to see how this plays out. It looks very kind of hybrid roleplay kind of thing, where having missions really is kind of neat, because if you want to play a specific character and have them do something really cool, it really adds to that. So let's look at our cards here. As always, be careful when taking them out of these, because these edges tend to be a little narrower, and you'll scuff up the sides of your cards if you're not careful. It's real easy to do sometimes. You don't even have to really try. Alright, so let's look at these 3 cards and see what we've got on here. First, I must go alone, Obi-Wan Kenobi. At the start of a round, until the end of the round, hostile figures cannot declare attacks targeting you unless you are within 3 spaces of them. Alright, a powerful influence. Alliance Force user. Used at the start of a round until the start of the next round. Hostile figures within 3 spaces of you cannot interact and are not counted for the purposes of control. Force Surge. Force User. Use at the end of your activation to move up to 1 space, then choose an adjacent hostile figure. That figure suffers 2 damage, I think, and 1 looks like that symbol. I don't know what that is. It's got like a little zigzag on it. Alright, and then this card, we have Ancient Lightsaber. Blade Energy. Lightning Bolt of 2 damage. Plus 2 damage, rather. 2 lightning bolts. Plus 1 damage. Pierce 3. Your attack pool with this weapon is your... looks like an eyeball pool. Cost of 1,000 credits. Attack value of 3 question marks. That was very vague, and I apologize for that. But I haven't played this game yet, and Wyatt was cool enough to let me open these, so I'm not going to look that gift horse in the mouth. Alright, let's look at our Luke and Vader cards here, and see what we got. The A card, Gaining Favor. Anchorhead Bar. Set up, the player with initiative claims 4 red mission tokens, then his opponent claims 4 blue mission tokens. A figure can interact with a patron its player controls to place up one of its player's mission tokens on that patron. Each player counts as having a number of VPs based on the number of patrons with one of his mission tokens. 1 is 2 VPs, 2 is 5 VPs, 3 is 10 VPs, 4 is 20 VPs. Alright, B card, Line of Fire, Anchorhead Bar. A figure can retrieve a crate. Each figure can only carry 1 crate. A small figure carrying a crate cannot attack. Crates have 5 health. When an attack targeting a small figure is declared, that figure may choose for a crate it is carrying to suffer up to 3 damage. Then apply plus X, upside down triangle, to the results where X is the damage the crate just suffered. When a figure carrying a crate enters the extraction point, discard that crate, and that figure scores 10 VPs minus 2 VPs for each damage that crate has suffered. Well, that's interesting. Alright, let's look at our planet card. Deadly Transmission, Tatooine Outskirts. Command contacts you with a dire situation. The great General Obi-Wan Kenobi's secret location on Tatooine may have been discovered by an Imperial patrol. To keep the old Jedi safe, they need a team to report to the planet and disrupt their transmissions before any information can be shared. Side mission, Deadly Transmissions. Alright, let's look at our, what looks like lightsabers here. Alright, Channel the Force. Skirmish upgrade, cost of 1. Exhaust this card when you would draw 1 or more command cards. Draw 1 fewer card than you would have. Then search your command deck for a card with the Force User trait, reveal it, and put it in your hand. Then shuffle your command deck. Then choose a friendly Force User. That figure suffers zigzag equal to the cost of the revealed card. Alright, Alliance cards. We got 2 different versions of Obi-Wan here. We got Obi-Wan Kenobi Jedi Knight for 7 points. Obviously Alliance. Plus 1 circle thing. Zigzag plus 2 damage. Zigzag Pierce of 3. Alter Mind. Hostile figures with a figure cost of 6 or less within 3 spaces of you cannot interact and are not counted for the purpose of control. Into the Force. When you are defeated, choose another friendly figure. That figure becomes focused. Health of 12, speed of 4, defense 1 black square, attack is a red, green, and yellow square. Now the 10-point Obi-Wan Kenobi Jedi Knight. So there's a different symbol at the top. The 7.1 is like 2 swords crossed. This one is like a moon. 10-point Jedi Knight, +1 circle thing, 2 zigzags, +2 damage, zigzag, pierce 3. Use the Force. While another friendly figure within 3 spaces is performing an attribute test, apply +1 zigzag to the results. Mind Trick. Once during your activation, you may choose up to 2 hostile figures within 4 spaces of you. Push each of those figures 1 space. Health of 12, speed of 4, defense and attack are exactly the same as the other one. So, that's pretty cool. So that is the Obi-Wan Kenobi Ally Pack. That's going to do it for this episode. We've seen the contents here. So, as always, thank you for watching, and we hope to see you next time on What's Inside.